So I had to check to make sure that we're good. We are live. It is 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, October the 5th, 2023. Call the special meeting of the Kingsville Independent School District to order. We'll have roll call. Joe Morales. Here. Martin Chapa. Here. David Garcia. David Garcia. Joseph Ruiz. Joseph Ruiz. James Glusick. Here. Delma Salinas.
Here.
Brian Kufal is here. Let the record show there is a quorum of board members present, that this meeting has been posted in accordance with Government Code Chapter 551, the State of Texas Open Meetings Act. We'll now move to the moment of silence, which will be then followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. All right, this meeting is being live video streamed. We'll be moving now to item number 4, which is the adoption of the agenda. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda? Motion made by Ms. Salinas, seconded by Mr. Chapa. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposition? Motion carries 5-0. Item number 5, public participation. Do we have anyone who wishes to address the board?
No, sir.
We move now to item number 6, which is new business. Item A, discussion and possible action regarding the proclamation by the Board of Trustees regarding support of legislation during the 3rd special session of the 88th legislature. To bring you all kind of up to speed on what's happening here, and we actually have 2 that we will be considering tonight, either or both. There is the first one, which is the actual proclamation, has the listing of 8 or so local districts. And this came up, I guess about a couple of weeks ago, that these local school districts got together and are wanting to have a joint proclamation to show the unity of our area. To adopt either of these, we need to read them in their entirety. So I'm going to read this one first. Whereas it is anticipated the governor of the state of Texas, Greg Abbott, will call a 3rd special session of the 88th legislature to convene in Austin in the fall of 2023 to consider and act upon matters affecting public education, including school choice. Whereas the Banquetti Independent School District, Bishop Consolidated Independent School District, Driscoll Independent School District, Kennedy County Wide Common School District, Kingsville Independent School District, Ricardo Independent School District, Rivera Independent School District, and Santa Gertrudis Independent School District together serve over 7,153 students in Clayburgh, Kennedy, and Nueces County, and employ over 1,242 dedicated educators. Whereas the Board of Trustees of all 8 districts desire to unite their advocacy efforts for the benefit of their students, parents, staff, respective communities, and students across the state of Texas. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Banquetti Independent School District, Bishop Consolidated Independent School District, Driscoll Independent School District, Clayburgh County Wide Common School District, Kingsville Independent School District, Ricardo Independent School District, Rivera Independent School District, and Santa Gertrudis Independent School District hereby proclaim they will work united and with elected officials to support legislation that aligns with the following priorities. 1, oppose the diversion of funds for K-12 public schools, including new funds for school voucher, tax credit, or charter school programs under the state of Texas, until the state of Texas funds public schools above the national average. Number 2, advocates for the establishment of a fair, transparent, and comprehensive accountability system that looks beyond high-stakes multiple choice exams to meaningful assessments that have value for students, parents, and teachers with advance notice of implementation. 3, increases the basic allotment to account for the increase in overall education services to students, additional funding for special education program, staff pay increases, and fully fund the implementation of state mandated school safety standards. And if so adopted, then we've got the jurat there. The second item that came up last week, and I had forwarded y'all, last week I forwarded you a letter from the president of Corpus Christi Independent School District, who has kind of taken the lead on a regional approach to legislative priorities and positions. And while this is not a formal proclamation, it is an outline of some even further reaching a regional grouping of what needs to be said to our legislators. Dr. Pettis, I would ask you if you would read this one.
Sure. Okay, Kingsville Independent School District legislative priorities and positions for possible special session of the Texas Legislature fall 2023. Number 1, school finance. Increase the school finance system basic allotment to ensure our students have the tools to keep Texas among the leading economies in the nation. When we invest in our public schools, we invest in our future. Texas ranks in the bottom 10 states in per student funding and $4,000 below the national average. Public schools have no increase to the basic allotments since 2019. A high quality and well-funded public education system is essential for every child to reach their full potential. We support an equitable school finance system that at minimum funds Texas students at the national average. Increasing the basic allotment allows school districts to maintain their school buildings, invest in innovation, and guaranteeing annual raises for teachers and staff. Number 2 out of part 1, increase the school safety allotment from $9.37 per ADA to $100 per enrolled student. School safety and security overhead and expenses far exceed the meager $9.37 per ADA. To meet the new mandate, our district added more than 30 we added more than 7 officers. Adding 1 police officer cost the district approximately $52,766. So 1 senior security officer cost the district approximately $43,376. Both positions also require healthcare benefits, training, and other expenses. While we agree that school safety is paramount, schools cannot shoulder these expenses alone. Since this is a regional legal priorities position, each district, each district that is signing on to this and agreeing to this, we have their mascots listed in the back of each one. And so some districts are employing approximately 30 officers. So our senior security officers cost the district approximately $43,376. Both positions also require healthcare benefits, training, and other expenses. All of our safety officers in the Kingsville Independent School District also receive healthcare benefits. Number 2, vouchers for private schools, also known as education savings accounts. Public dollars should remain in public schools. Students, parents, communities, and businesses rely on public schools to provide a high-quality education and ensure a bright future for Texas. Private schools are not required to comply with federal laws. Private schools are not required to comply with federal laws, rules, and regulations in protecting students with disabilities and the needs for those requiring accommodations. Private schools are not held accountable for student progress, student performance, or use of taxpayer funds. Private schools are not required to accept all students. Voucher programs in other states have a well-documented history of expanding beyond their intended scope, surpassing spending limits set by legislators and rarely covering the full cost of private school tuition. Far from helping families, vouchers risk indebting families. Well-established and credible research confirms vouchers do not improve student achievement. Instead, vouchers reduce equitable access to educational opportunities, leaving behind our most vulnerable students. Number 3, provide funding and incentives for teacher recruitment and retention. Part one of that, providing funding so districts can adjust full-time district employee compensation to account for inflation and the rising cost of living. Competitive pay will encourage teachers, counselors, and other essential staff to stay in the education profession. Additionally, assist districts with incentives and tools to recruit staff, including provide an extension of the education certification waiver to help alleviate the exodus of teachers leaving the profession, as well as chronically acute shortage areas. Allow all retired school personnel to substitute in a vacant position for up to 90 school days instead of just the current 20. Partner with districts to establish K-12 teacher apprenticeship programs. Expand the COVID-19 surge personnel exception to allow any TRS retiree to work full-time in any vacant position funded locally or federally without penalty to the district until December 2026. While this form is not a proclamation, it is legislative priorities that we hope to agree on moving forward.
Do we have a copy? Is what we not in this.
That's not what you gave us.
It's not in this book?
You don't know what you gave us. That's not it.
No, that one is just the one to show you the mascot. that
Okay.
joined in.
And I was like, I would go out.
No, this one should be in your board packet.
Oh,
That's what I was reading off of. You got it? Okay.
yeah, we're-
All right, board, you've heard the proclamations. And administration recommends that we adopt the proclamation, but that we also adopt the legislative priorities to be forwarded to our legislators regarding the our priorities and positions for this upcoming special session. I will make a motion that this board adopt the proclamation from the 8 school districts that was read first, and likewise adopt as our legislative priorities and positions for the possible special session, the document that Dr. Pettis read. Is there a second? Second. Seconded by Mr. Morales. Discussion. I will note, as you may have received the email just earlier today, the special session has been called. It is to begin at 1 p.m. on October the 9th. In that session, the governor has outlined 6 items to be addressed, only one of which deals with education, and it only deals with providing education savings accounts for all Texas school children. The others deal with non-legislative, non-education related business priorities. There's a motion on the floor to adopt the proclamation and the legislative objectives. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposition? Motion carries 5-0. There being no further action to come before this board, I'm declaring this meeting adjourned at 5:44 p.m.